Hello everyone. So I thought I would make a video called Self-Love 101. Why Self-Love 101? Because 101 is usually the beginning, like the first class, right? There's a lot of videos, there's a lot of books, there's a lot of podcasts on self-love and how to love yourself, and they're all great. But the thing is, it's like a lot of that is like, I am gonna do, but we're not working with the underlying current that our patterning that has been keeping us from loving ourselves our whole life, right? So that patterning is what's creating our life experience. So we can say, oh, we will, I am loved. We can say all those affirmations all we want to, but a lot of times they're empty because we're not registering inside. We're not registering with those hurts and wounds that are going on that's pushing that away, you know? There's like this resistant part of us that is in fear of self-love. At least I was. I remember when I was struggling with depression and anxiety and dealing with anorexia and other eating disorders and cutting myself and all these things that weren't in alignment with self-love. My system got used to that. So anytime I would take an action towards loving myself, something would sabotage it. Now that something wasn't bad or wrong, that something just wasn't registering with self-love, that something bought into some misunderstanding that loving myself wasn't okay. And that's what I call our protector part. Our protector part will do anything to keep us safe. Now, as children, if we were told that loving ourselves wasn't okay, if we were told that we were selfish, if we were treated as if we were bad or wrong, that's our protector part jumps in and starts creating ways to confirm that. And then if we lived our whole lives that way, loving ourselves will be challenging. That's not impossible because I've gotten to the point where I do after 35 years of self-harm and depression and anxiety and all those things I was experiencing. But it's been a process. And it's been, working through a lot of that, what I call the emotional glue, a lot of my traumas and wounds because of, being punished and told I was bad, wrong, and there's something wrong with me and all that stuff. All that is like you working against that. It's like even one idea of self-love wasn't okay. So it's a process, it's staying with it. And it's really helping, quote, our inner child, which I love because I'm all about inner child healing. It's helping that little one who was just scared and just really wanted mommy and daddy to love them and would do anything for mommy and daddy to love them. And no matter what they did, it wasn't good enough. Right? So we grow up with this quote idea, this quote belief that we're not good enough. No matter what we do isn't good enough. So why even try? Now that why even try gets stuck in our system. The why even try, I'm not good enough, gets stuck in our system. Well, why would someone who's not good enough love themselves? Right? It doesn't compute. Subconscious is more powerful than our conscious thinking mind. So just saying something, just thinking a thought, just thinking a feeling, I am loved, I am safe, is great. But the same token, how am I really registering inside? Do I really feel that? I am worthy, I am lovable. The thing is, I would just take away all these labels. Because all these labels keep us from actually experiencing what's going on inside. So the label of depression. So depression is an energy pattern. The label of anxiety. Anxiety is an energy pattern. The label of addictions, of all that. That's all an energy pattern. Those are all, the labels I just said are all symptoms of the inner energy pattern. A pattern, a way of being. So self-love, when we start to love ourselves, we start to work with those patterns. We start to recognize throughout the day, okay, how am I being with myself right now? Wow, what's going on? I think I'm going to pick up my pen. I'm just going to write. I'm just going to write and see, because there's a feeling, surface feeling, and then you go deeper. You go deeper. Anger masks hurt, masks pain. Masks. I can't even speak. So, it's like getting to those deeper levels. What am I really feeling? What am I really feeling? I don't want to go there. It's okay. I'm going to go there. I'm going to let that energy come up. It's not easy. It's not easy. That's why a lot of people like the surface level feeling. That's why people like the surface level conscious thinking mindset work, because it keeps us from going deep. But the healing is deep. We get to the self-love in the pain. We get to self-love by going into it, transmuting it with love, holding ourselves, not even trying to change it, just holding ourselves. Wow, this really hurts right now. I'm just going to be with myself right now. I'm going to hold my inner child, inner children. I'm going to be with myself right now. My heart's racing. This is intense. I'm just going to be with myself right now. Be careful about the stories that come up. The stories that come up are stories attached to that pain. Wherever it's happening from, those stories are coming from that. Those stories are outdated, but our bodies don't realize that, so we're projecting it into the now. Say, for instance, you were triggered by another person, right? So that trigger automatically, right? We have this pain. We attach that person. We think that person is what created the pain. No, we have the pain, and we want to project it onto that person. So what we want to do is we want to come back. Okay, I have this pain. Ouch. I'm going to breathe with it. Be with it. You can also do a process where it's like, okay, so what am I believing is true and all that, and that's helpful too. But you don't always have to process. Sometimes just being with what is really important. That's an act of self-love. Say, for instance, I don't know if you ever see children or you have children of your own, but when a child cries and a mom comes over and just holds them, they feel better. Right? A mom doesn't say, starts to explain, okay, this is why you're crying, what's helping you, No, it just holds them. So a lot of times when we get into that fearful state of, of pain or whatever, being triggered, that part of us just needs to be held and loved. What a beautiful opportunity for us to do some self-love, right? Self-love 101. Learning how to be with ourselves in loving ways. Practicing it throughout the day. Practice checking in with ourselves. How am I feeling right now? What's going on? Wow. So we don't let that feeling accumulate and then build up, and then later on we have a headache, or 2 weeks later we have backache, or 2 weeks later we have some type of pain in our body, right? And then we go to a doctor, and the doctor gives us a pill. And it's just like, okay, well, because we didn't deal with it at the beginning. Right? So we want to work with that part. We want to be with ourselves in loving ways. If we can't do that, it's okay, because for me, I couldn't do that at the beginning. So the thing is to say, okay, I really want to be with myself right now in loving ways. I'm just going to like the idea of it. I like the idea of being with myself in loving ways. So when I'm sad, it's like, I like the idea of holding myself. Maybe I can just try it. Maybe I could just hold myself. Maybe I could think of someone or something I love and just get into the love state and just let myself be. Hold myself. Be with this love. There's so many ways of doing it. The whole thing is to learn how to be more kinder and more gentle with ourselves. If a friend's hurting, a friend that we care about, if a friend's hurting, we're going to have compassion for that friend, right? So making that U-turn back to ourselves. Wow. Treating ourselves like our own best friend. This was really hard. Wow. This sucks. This fucking sucks. It's okay. If you don't like it, it's okay. You don't have to deny it. I shouldn't be thinking that thought because law of attraction might attract it. Well, you're thinking it and it's going on inside. So law of attraction may or may not attract it, because there's this thing they say, thoughts create your reality, feelings, whatever. Have you ever worried about something and it happened? Maybe. Have you ever worried about something and it didn't happen? Probably. So is it true that the law of attraction is like, oh my God, I thought that thought, I better not think that thought? There's so much more to this story. There's so much more to what's going on. Sure, how we perceive it is really important, but this same token, life, they say, is life happening to me, for me, from me? I say life's happening. And we get to project our point of view on what's happening, what we say it means, right? So in essence, our meanings is what creates our experience, but where our meanings come from, our meanings come from our internal patterning. That's why it's important to check throughout the day. This is how we get to know our internal patterning. Every hour, on the hour start out like that. How am I relating to myself right now? Take a deep breath, closing my eyes. How am I feeling right now? Wow, okay, I'm feeling a little bit off. Wow, I wonder what that's about. Wow, I remember when that person screamed at me, and that didn't feel good. So I'm feeling off because of that. Okay, so you can, be with that part, hold that part, love that part. You can question, like, okay, so why does this affect me so much? Take that into consideration too. Do a little bit of inquiry. What am I believing is true? Why does this affect me so much? What was I wanting from this person that I wasn't getting? What is it reflecting back to me too? Shadow work goes deep, and it's not it's not easy, because we really have to look at ourselves. And a lot of times, I would say probably 99% of the time, the world is a mirror reflection of what's going on inside that we don't want to see. That's why there's a feeling, the layer, deeper feelings. Ouch. Okay. So, and also the shadow working also stems from what we're saying it means. So, there's more to that. I'm not going to get into that in this video. This video is about self-love 101. Self-love 101. Learning how to be with ourselves in loving ways. Stopping throughout the day. How am I relating to myself right now? Taking a deep breath. Being with that part. Wherever that part's feeling, just being with it. You can notice the stories that's going on, do inquiry, or just be with it and just learn how to be with yourself in loving ways, regardless on how you're feeling. It will help you feel more at ease internally, and it'll help you on your self-love journey. So I hope this video inspired you in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 101 ways for you to help to love yourself today. All right. Feel free to reach out for support. If you would like support from me, I would love to support you on your journey. I know you could do this if you choose. I believe in you, and I love you. When we reconnect with our soul's loving energy, we experience a true homecoming. We feel more at ease in our bodies. We shine and share authentically. We're naturally compassionate and loving with ourselves and other beautiful beings. May you come to know, love, cherish, and adore the beautiful, lovable, and valuable divine being you are.